I worked tirelessly saving money for my boyfriend's cancer treatment only to find him intimate with his first love, Dr. Ass, faking terminal illness to marry your ex. He said he'd compensate me before leaving my boyfriend. David Huber was diagnosed with a terminal illness. I worked 3 jobs to help him, but one day I accidentally overheard a conversation between him and his doctor. You are letting Ella Jefferson and Ella Zayons get too close, aren't you worried? She'll find out you are faking it and that you plan to run back to Thalwell and marry Ella, the doctor asked. David's voice sounded weak. Ella's family went bankrupt. If I don't marry her, she'll be sold off as a mistress. But I've always loved only Eliza. I've already proposed to Eliza, he continued. Before I leave, I'll give her an unforgettable wedding and enough money to live comfortably for the rest of her life. So keep your mouth shut. I'll handle everything. I felt a chill run through me. I raised my hand and listed the wedding ring for sale on a secondhand platform. If this marriage was destined to be incomplete and short-lived, then I'd rather not keep it. Their conversation pierced my heart like a needle. I touched the money I had saved up from working, and all the hope I had vanished. Ever since David's diagnosis, I'd been working triple shifts to raise money for his treatment, only to find out it was all a lie. Thalwell's heir didn't need my money. This was just his excuse to leave me. But why not tell me the truth? Why keep this from me? Before I could come to an answer, the nurse came to change David's bandages. Miss Lyons, you are here to see your boyfriend. He's looking better lately. I suppose even the heavens don't want to break up a couple in love, the nurse remarked. I smiled awkwardly, but bitterness flooded my chest. David had always been so kind to me. Even lying in a hospital bed, he would make little things to cheer me up, telling me more than once, Alisa, my illness can't be cured. You should keep the money for yourself. Don't waste it on me. I naively thought he was just trying not to burden me, and worked even harder to save more, hoping I could make him live even one more day. Everyone around us was moved by our love, sighing at the fact that we couldn't end up together. But who could have guessed all of this was just an act? David put on to leave me. I opened the door for the nurse, only to see a woman lying in the other bed. It was Ella resting with noise-canceling headphones on the Cateran. When she saw us, the doctor steadily woke her up. Ella awkwardly took off her headphones, apologizing. Elisa, don't misunderstand. I noticed you weren't at the hospital last night, so I came to help take care of David. He's in bad shape, and he needs someone by his side. Ella had started appearing in David's social circle a week before his cancer diagnosis. At the time, I thought of David's friends as my friends, and I treated her like a sister. Now I realize perhaps that was when they had already planned this whole escape the day before. When David proposed to me, I couldn't sleep, imagining how our future would be. We'd have a beautiful life together, raise a child full of love. But the next day, David told me he only had 1 month left to live. My dream was shattered before I even woke up. Ella needed him, and he immediately went to her side. Meanwhile, I had to endure the despair of losing my loved one alone. I fought back tears and smiled awkwardly. How could I misunderstand? Since you are here, I'll go back to work. Please take care of David for me. I turned to leave, but David grabbed my hand, asking helplessly, Alessa, aren't you staying longer? I really miss you. Don't you want to make more memories with me? He looked at me pleadingly. I trembled as I pulled my hand away and gently touched his face. Don't say things like that. We still have countless months to be together, right? David didn't answer right away. He just kissed my palm over and over. Was he so unwilling to even lie to me? Ella couldn't hold back anymore. Noticing we were still lingering, she spoke up. David, don't you have an appointment for an examination soon? Shouldn't we get going? She even winked at the doctor standing nearby. Oh, right. David reluctantly pulled away from me, looking impatiently at the doctor. Oh, David, you've been through so much with your treatments. Don't worry. I'll take care of these things for you, Ella said, affectionately linking her arm with David's and helping him get up. David was half dragged, half assisted by Ella and the doctor toward the door. He turned back one last time, anxiously asking me, Alisa, aren't you coming with me for the checkup? I wiped my hands discreetly and smiled, reassuring him. You're in good hands with Ella and the doctor. I still have some work to finish. I'll head off now.